In this life of ours, we always find ourselves troubled and bothered by something. The moment we wake up in the morning, the first thing that came to our mind is all the pending things that we left yesterday, or all the things that should be done today, or maybe how things didn't go well yesterday, or maybe the fear of things going wrong in the future. Nothing new, but all these negative assumptions make a home for themselves in our very own head, making it heavy, foggy, and unclear, which successfully trap our mind in a place where you always find yourself surrounded by something that is bothering you, causing you anxiety, panic attacks, and depression, not leaving you alone when all you wanted to do was to simply exist while spending a nice simple day peacefully. But you cannot do it, since now something is always running behind the back of your mind for no reason. Not able to clearly think about things that are important for you makes everything frustrating, because unnecessary negative thoughts are always occupying you from thinking anything positive that can give you a little hope, which make me question that aren't you people are tired of always being slave of your own behavior? Did you ever try to think about if something is not right with the way you're behaving? How many people knows that our mind is nothing but just an illusion, and it will only believe what it should be fed? Let me take an example. Suppose you're thinking about how socially awkward you're feeling right now in a room full of people, which is making you terribly anxious. But then suddenly you decided to trick your mind and said, no, I'm actually feeling pretty confident today. The outfit I have worn is nice and I have a pretty good mood today. Instantly, you'll realize what you have done to your mind. Instead of feeling anxious like how you were feeling a while ago, you'll have a shift in your mind and then in your body. You'll clearly see the difference right on the spot. You were feeling awkward because you were telling yourself that you're awkward, so your mind only knows what you were feeling. But now, your mind doesn't know what happened or what is happening around you. Just because you have told your mind that now you're confident, it got the signal and released it in your entire body, which make me come to the conclusion that this mind of ours doesn't know the difference between past, present, future, or even reality. It only knows what we fed it, and there's when delusion arises. Now, what is delusion, or what is being delusional mean? Now, first of all, let me give you a reference of how society perceives the word being delusion. According to the society, being delusional is no less than being an idiot in a modern world. People think that those who are delusional are robbing of their time, energy, and brain cells by believing in unnecessary false fairy tales, and while trapping themselves in something that doesn't even exist, they're going back and back in life. This is what society, or maybe people who don't believe in delusion, has to say about it. But do you know, from the day you're born, you're being delusional and keep feeding your mind with delusions? Even people who don't believe in delusion are feeding their mind with delusion on a daily basis. Now, how is this possible? See, what do you think a positive thought could be? People always say that always think positive and we shouldn't be feeling negative and this and that. I want to ask, why should we think positive? Positivity is not a reality, nor something that is giving you something or showing you something right on the spot. It's just a mere belief that will upbring your mental state. Then why should we be feeling that? You wanted positive thought over negative thoughts because you wanted hope at that time. That's why in tough circumstances of your reality, you're feeding yourself with positive thoughts. And this is delusional. You don't know if things gonna be okay or not, but you have this delusional belief that things will be okay, and on the top of it, you achieve way better what you were praying for. Isn't this feeding delusion? See, thinking negative, thinking positive, being delusional is not reality, but just an illusion we made up in our mind. And once that illusion, that belief stuck in our mind, subconsciously we started to follow it, thinking that it is the truth. People think being delusional is stupid, when in reality, if they know how to use this delusion in a correct way, they can achieve things in life that they never even think of. Do you know, on this earth, In this universe, everything you need is present. The problems you're stressing about, the solutions are present, and solutions that are way better than you could ever think of. It's time to ignore those problems and trust your delusion. Now, your delusion shouldn't be something that is not serving you. Instead, your delusion should always be something that is benefiting you each and every second. Early in the morning, if the negative thought arises like how things didn't go as you expected, ignore it. Instead, change your thoughts with delusion that even though it didn't go the way I want, at the end of the day, I don't even care because I know I'll always find a way to solve my problems. Maybe this was teaching me something and was meant to happen, but this time I'm gonna be doing it in a way I love it even more. Feeding yourself with constant delusion in a correct way will allow your mind to open up and saw the potential in yourself that you and your inner child never saw in your entire life. It's about falling in delusion in a correct way and pretending. I'm not saying don't be your true self, but changing your behavior with the behavior that is benefiting you is beneficial for you in every area of your life. By changing the way of your thinking, even if it means being delusional, can actually solve more problems in your life than you ever solved. If you're unsure about what to wear today, which is almost wasting your time, turn your delusional mode on. That no matter what I wear, if I'm clean, if I have the right confidence to talk and taking care of myself in a correct way, then it doesn't matter what clothes I wear, because at the end of the day, I've given this beautiful day and I'll be making the best out of it, even if some things are imperfect. Be delusional in your everyday life and start that YouTube channel you always wanted to start, and think about how afraid and fearful you were back then, always thinking about what other will say. But now you've already started a YouTube channel, making content and enjoying life without a care. How do you think you managed to do all of that? See, the thing here is we are what is inside of our mind, and by making delusional thoughts in our head, we have completely cut off our contact with any negativity or any problem. Now you'll notice problems are not really arising, only questions are arising that how it should be done and what can I do to make this happen. And before even you're knowing, solutions are already present, because now you're thinking however you want to by not limiting yourself, because now you're being delusional, so anything is possible for you as long as you wanted to accomplish something. Looking in the mirror, you can be delusional that how young you are right now. You know you weren't be looking the same after many years, but the fact that right now you're actually in your young years looking like a typical fresh youngster who is blooming like a beautiful flower. See, you have fed your delusion in a completely opposite way, where now you don't have time to think about the pimple on your face or the tanning of your skin or how thin your hair looks or anything you're insecure about. You cannot think of these so-called negative assumptions about yourself because your mind is already focused on the realization that how young you are right now. You're focusing on a fact that is upbringing your whole being without you even knowing, and you're feeling hyped the way a young person should be feeling instead of dwelling over stupid things that don't even matter. Stop wasting time by constantly surrounding yourself with problem. Problem do not exist, only questions exist. Can I make it happen? If you cannot make it happen, then leave it. But if you can, then you already know the answer that there is no choice rather than going after it and making it happen for yourself. I'm telling you this, delusion shouldn't be used as being delusional for something that is not meant for you. While knowing that something is not meant for you and have nothing to do with you, and you're being delusional about it and still chasing it, then this is not being delusional, this is being embarrassing. Be delusional for the things that are within your control. Be delusional that how beautiful you're looking today. Be delusional that how successful you're going to be if you manage to clear small goals you've made for yourself step by step. Be delusional that how you're going to be the first millionaire in your home, and believe it until you actually mean it and start seeing it as a truth that yes, I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I have to be, so I better complete this task. It's all about Stop putting your mind in a state where you see even the obstacles as something that can do nothing to you, because you already believe that you're going to be something if you keep putting in the work. Nothing can budge you because your mind has already believed in it, even if your body and your surroundings have no idea that what you're doing. Feed your mind with what you want, and with the help of putting your body in work, your mind will actually show you how you actually made everything possible. Being delusional in a correct way will make your life something somebody with logic can only imagine. It's a quote from Einstein that sometimes logic can only take you from A to B, but imagination and being delusional, if I may add, can take you anywhere. Which is my point here, that stop always thinking like an average person who always finds himself in problems, freaking out over pointless things that could be solved if he put his mind in a right state. Stop feeling pressured, ignore the problems, or maybe forget the problems, and be delusional. Always make delusion that how the task you have to complete is so easy. I can guarantee you that the task you're about to do will become easy because it all depends on your mind. However you see things, it will become your reality. Ignore the problems, make it a question, be delusional in a benefiting way, and go for what do you want.